Hi, friends. Tiana Smith here with TianaSmithCoaching.com. And today I'm so excited to be going live. I'm doing a 3-part series. If you're watching in live time, it'll be done on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you're watching this in a replay on one of my landing pages or special trainings after, you'll either see these videos come to you today and the next day and the next day after that. So I'm so excited to be here, and let's get into what I'm going to be talking about. The whole theme of the next 3 days is how do you actually attract and close high ticket clients? This requires several different elements, and I'm going to compound it down into 3 things the next 3 days. Today's theme, a part of the overall theme of attracting high ticket clients online, is 3 secrets to an irresistible offer. Why we need to start with an offer is we're going to be talking about social media and then selling and closing. So for you to be able to show up on social media, you need to know what it is you're offering, who your client is, and how do you attract them. So tomorrow we're going to talk more about the attractor factor, what you do. Today is the day that you can get it together. The secrets to this irresistible offer. So here's how I run my workshops if you've never been in one before, just to give you a heads up. So one is this: I really am going to treat you like we're on a one-on-one call, and I'm going to walk you through really mapping out this irresistible offer. Okay. Number 2 is this: I really recommend you close down all other windows. Save this window. If for some reason you're watching this, you can press follow in the comments, come back to it later, put something on your phone. I'm truly giving you the secrets behind the scenes. I'm going to be sharing my screen, having a Word document open, mapping this out to help you out. The third part is to take action today, so that by tomorrow, when I do part 2 of this training, you're actually in a position to take action on then marketing your offer. Okay. So this is for coaches, consultants, any service-based entrepreneur who, you could be a nutritionist, you could be a trainer, you could be a business coach, you could be a therapist. I work with clients across all those different areas across the world. And the things I'm going to be teaching you are proven to help you really put together your offer, do some market research, and then go out into the world, the public eye, bring people in who are excited to learn about your offering, and then buy from you. So that is the process we're going to be going through the next 3 days. So today, after you hear this training, what I really recommend you do is you get a piece of paper out and you take action. If at any point you want my one-on-one help through this, send me a message. I will hook you up with all these templates, everything. This is a strategy call. This is a training call. My templates, the notes you're seeing, all the things in Canva, the marketing, the funnels that I will be sharing with you, I only give access to and build for my clients. However, the strategy stands alone. And why I do these live trainings is I realize that a tiny percentage of people watching it are ready to take a jump today. They're done messing around and they want to get into action. Some of those tiny percentage of people want to work one-on-one with me and have the means to do that, or buy one of my courses. The other part may not be there yet financially, but the information I'm going to share with you can help you get there financially. So then I feel fulfilled because I'm giving to you the truth of how to get there. And then for those who are ready to buy, we are exchanging value and cash flow at that time. So let's jump in. Let's talk about the 3 secrets to an irresistible offer. Are you ready? So the number 1 part, and let me open this back up. I have it in another window. I'm going to kind of separate my windows over here. Let's go there, and here is the name of your offer, the result that they're looking for. Okay, so a lot of times I see people just really wing it with the name of their offer, okay? And you really need to hone in on the title of your offer, whether that's a course, whether that's a one-on-one program, needs to be directly correlated to their goal. Okay, let's break this down. Okay, let's make this real. So for me, I serve coaches and consultants who want to scale to 6 and 7 figures. So one of my most popular programs I sell is an 8-week biz in a box boot camp. And the objective of it is to fast action, get your funnels up so you can attract and automate leads and attract and automate sales. And I coach you how to do that. So in 8 weeks, I'm like, we can redo your entire online presence in 8 weeks. Another example, my other program, which is 3 to 6 months, add on from there is called my 12-week cash injection formula. It's 12 weeks or 6 months. And that's where, again, we're dealing with funnels, but the whole goal is cash injection. Do you notice that the goals that my clients want is in the title? So I would put that in the comments. I would write that down. The title for it should be something that catches their eye is keywords. I've worked with nutritionists and sometimes they have an issue with using words like dream body or they think it's kind of corny. But the truth is, somebody here who I work on my body, I work on my dream body, that appeals to me and I'm a go-getter. If somebody said 12 weeks to your dream body, I understand it might take longer than 12 weeks depending on where you're at in your body and your fitness, but my goal is my dream body. It's that hot body. And so although that sounds corny and although that might sound like it's overdone, you need to understand that like you can still stand apart in the world. Now, sometimes people try to title things like along that lines, like, reset your health. Well, that's not the goal we want. The goal that we want, say the words that people want. They want 6 figures. They want 7 figures. Why my program is called 6-Figure Club is because I did a big voting. I worked for months. I'd actually had masterminds before called Magnetize Yourself and Money Magnet Mastermind and all these things. And I was rebranding and I did a vote with my audience. So write that down. You can talk to your audience. You could come up with at least 2 names. And here's my really big tip on that. If you're coming up with 2 names, you need, don't do 3 names. Don't split the vote. Put that in the comments. Never split the vote. You want to narrow it down. If you had 3 things, well, vote 2, then take the winner, vote that with your other third option. You can let people vote. So overwhelmingly people voted 6-Figure Club. The thing is for me, just letting you know, I'm so much more than about 6 figures or 7 figures. Yes, those are success stories, but I'm into soulfulness. I'm into mindset. I'm into vision boards. But that's a part of the process. The goal, the result that my clients want are 6-figure years and 6-figure months. Why? Because then that means financial freedom. That means that they can move where they want. They can travel where they want. One of my clients right now is working with me and she wants to go live in another state because that's where her daughter lives, but she needs to have the funding to cover her and her husband's salary. Put a number 3 in the comments if you have some dreams like that. Maybe it's an RV you want to go move into. One of my clients just wrote me today. They sold their home. They want to live in an RV and try that lifestyle. I've had a vintage trailer before and considered that lifestyle. I decided it's not for me right now. But you never know. Our lives all change. The point that cash flow does is it makes you have choices. So what niche are you in? And I'm not talking about where you have to narrow in on one little thing when I say that word. What I'm talking about, what area of expertise are you? Okay. So are you in body? Are you in mindset? Are you in relationship coaching, whether that's self or couples or families? I'd love to know in the comments, actually, what kind of entrepreneur are you? Are you a small business owner? I've even done this with my clients that are store owners. I have clients that are local store owners. And so when they do a call to action, it's like a Friday flash sale. There's so much online in the online world where people are like, don't say sale, don't discount your services. No, we're not talking about discounting. We're talking about, look, maybe you have a special one-day thing because you want to make $10,000 today. So maybe something that was $15,000, you're selling for 10 today, or you're giving a $5,000 bonus. It's okay to have those things. It's okay to have a sale. It's okay to have a case study pricing. All of that's okay. It's not okay not making money. Because then it doesn't work. Okay, so as we're clearing that up, you want to really brainstorm step 1, the name of your program. Okay, so that's number 1. I'm going to share my screen in a minute when I want to talk straight to you. I don't want to distract you with other things. So again, if you could put a number 1 in the comments so if you can see and hear me, just because I do want to make sure I did not double check that. I assume so because I'm having viewers, but I do want to make sure that you can see me and hear me and that good stuff. So I'm going to come here and just double check that we're good. I'm going to see. Yes. Okay. I can see and hear myself. So we're good. But I'd love to see in the comments where you're coming in from. Okay. Number 2. So number 1 is the offer and then the objective. And just so you know, at the end of these 3, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you how you can map this out. And I'm going to give you an example of my PDF, my offer. Okay. So number 2 is this. Where did it go? Done for you work. Okay, look, if you want an irresistible high ticket offer that people are ready to pay you high ticket for, I highly recommend doing some done for you work. Oh, you can see and hear me. One second. This thing is like sliding down. I'm like, I'm going to retighten my microphone. Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Number 2, done for you work. Okay, done for you work doesn't just mean services, okay? I'm going to talk about service providers in that. Services meaning you do food prep, you do websites and funnels like me, and there's all kinds of services. One of my clients, she just sold an organization 2-day thing where she flew to her client and she's working in her home for 2 days, and that lady paid her way more than her coaching her, because instead of just coaching, she's going to get hands-on done for you work. Let me tell you this right now. That's the secret. How can you add, I would write this down, some done for you work to your programs so that you can charge more money. Okay. And that doesn't take a lot of your time. Or if it does, you charge that much more. This is not about charging what you're charging. I'm talking about creating a new offer or upgrading your current offer so that you have this more pristine VIP luxe experience for your clients. So when they come to you, they get it done. So like, for example, I have so many great examples. So be ready, write this down, get ready. One is this week, I actually dealt with something. I was calling around because I'm new to the Texas area. I have part of my family and my business in California still, flying to Nashville. I'm very much an international coach. Currently, though, my home is based in Texas, and I fly to the other locations depending on music or my business VIP things or just travel. Okay, so just bringing that together. So I was trying to create my foundation here in Texas. So I was making some calls yesterday. And one of them was a nutritionist. Like, I love to have an on-hand nutritionist, somebody who can help me with things local. Well, I called this lady and I looked all on Yelp and I did all this research and I finally got a hold of somebody. And number one is she was like, did not explain to me even what she offered. She just threw out a number. So there's red flag number 1. But she seemed cool. I like what she had to say about it. So I'm asking some questions. But it's interesting because I'm asking the questions and she should be really asking me questions. That's a sales tip we'll talk about on Thursday. Okay, so then I'm asking all these things. Well, what does that include? Does that include any support? No, it doesn't include support. Like, you come in one day, you come in on the last day. I'm like, what kind of support is that? If you want me to cut out meat and all these things out of my diet, and you're wanting to see if I have any reactions, I need more support than that. So for her, what I would recommend to her from a business standpoint would be, you need to upgrade your package. If that means you need to charge more, great. Because you know what people really need, friends? They don't need a lower price tag. They need transformation in the area that they're hiring you for. So if you need to charge more money and include some done for you work, include some support, which is what I'm going to talk about for point 3 in a minute, then that's what you need to do. What you really need to do is give people what they need to get the transformation they say they want. And please put that in the comments. What people really, I'm writing this down myself. This is so good. Okay. What people really need, friends. Okay. People really need, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go here. Did I do my share screen? Here, we're just going to go and do this all together. You guys ready for this? Let's go and do it. Okay. I'm ready. I'm on fire. I'm ready for this. Okay. Type the number 3 in the comments so you can see me, hear me, and see my screen pretty, please. I really appreciate it. Okay. Let's go talk about this. What people really need right up here is transformation in the area they're hiring you for. You need to give them what they need. That is not a lower price point. Okay. That is not a discount. That's not what they need. They need this. I'm going to highlight this. Okay. This is so essential. And what does that mean? That means, like, if somebody comes to you and they're telling you that they want to make 10K per month or 20K per month, Like I'm going to talk about my area of expertise. Well, then I need to tell them, hey, listen, I hear you, but if you don't have a website and you don't have a gorgeous PDF and your branding is off, okay, let's just talk about this, then you're not going to be able to make as much money as somebody else that does because you're in competition with them. So I'm going to tell them something maybe they don't want to hear it. But I'm not going to tell them a lie. And then what I'm going to do is, if that's what, then I'm going to do that for them. You see the difference? Like, this is the secret, my friends. So somebody calls you a nutritionist, they say, I want to release 15 pounds, keep it off. Can you help me? Yes, I can. This is what you need. You need this program. We're going to check it on day 1. You're going to come in here weekly. I'm going to text you daily. Let me know any questions. So you know what I did with that phone call? Because that lady was not being very helpful, not rude, not helpful. Couldn't care less whether I got off that phone call and bought. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So instead, I text a lady I've known before. I ask her if she can do my blood work because I like to do yearly blood work. Everything's good for me. I just like to see because sometimes I've noticed there's vitamin deficiencies, simple things that really affect your body and your energy. And she also has a cleanse coming up. This lady's on it. Let me tell you about Joby. And if any of you guys need a cleanse, she's the woman for you. I'm like, Joby, I can do this long distance, right? Because I'd done it before local, but couldn't make it in for the workouts. This lady has this crazy system. She makes a binder, puts all these recipes in it, does a checklist for accountability for every day of the cleanse, mails you the supplements, includes it in the overall price point, checks in daily, and gives you an accountability buddy for that time. If you ever hire her outside of the cleanse time, she absolutely checks on you 2 to 3 times a day. And she should charge more money. And I've told her. Okay, so why I'm saying this is I was like, why would I, even though this lady's local, like I've not found anybody ever who's provided the kind of support Joby has. I've had one other nutritionist who was based in Mexico. She's cool, but not the level of Joby. I'll name names of greatness. I don't like to talk about people that aren't great because I never want to talk about people, but I will name the greatness of Joby. So that's what I'm talking about, where she's like, this is what you need. People fall off the wagon. They need accountability. They need their recipes printed for them. When I asked the other lady what she offered, she didn't say, well, no, you can go to this one website and you can print the recipes. I'm like, girlfriend. So she's charging $350 for this. If she would charge $1,000 and would have done daily check-ins and would have printed out the recipes, or even $500 or $700 more, she would have made a sale and made more money. And you can systemize those things. If you've got all those PDFs ready, and this is what I teach my clients, like I have a system, all these frequently asked questions, right? These things are, in the background of the programs that I build. I'm going to open up some of these things to give you this example. Now, these things do take time to build. You're right. But it doesn't have to take forever. You don't have to wait for everything to be built to start to sell them. Okay. So that's an example of somebody who lost a sale because they weren't even willing to download the PDFs for the people. Is everybody with me? We type the number 2 in the comments if you're getting it. I'd love to know if you're getting this. This is gold, what I'm sharing with you. You could change your business forever. You could become the go-to person because instead of doing what the status quo does, which is to just, it's $350. Yeah, you download this thing. So look though, if you're like, you know what? I don't want to do anything unless I'm the best. And so I'm going to try to be the best done for you work, the best support system, all of that. So let's lead into point number 3, and I'm going to give you a breakdown of what all this looks like. Okay. Number 3 is support. We led right into it. So the 2 was done for you work, whether that's, getting their supplements ordered, whether that's building the funnel. So part with me to back to done for you work before I go fully into support. Points 2 and 3 are connected. Again, point 1, just to review, was the name, the result they're looking for, and the name of your program, 8-week biz in a box, 12-week cash injection formula program. See what I mean? You got to give them the thing. If it was it would be 12-week body boot camp, dream body makeover. That look at TV show names. Hint, side note, look at TV show names. Somebody that I love is Chris, what's his name? Chris something. I always think of him as Chris Harder because there was another Chris Harder I knew. Let me go find him really quick on Instagram. I highly recommend him if you're into a positive person. He's just so good. And he ran a TV show for years that really encouraged me. It's Chris Powell, the real Chris Powell. Okay. I recommend him. I'm going to even type it up. I can't post comments. So it's real Chris Powell on Instagram. Okay. So this guy was in years ago when my youngest daughter was still a baby. It was dream body makeover. Okay. And he would take one person. This is the difference with him. It wasn't like the Biggest Loser. He would take one person or a couple for a full year transformation. Let me share with you what I learned about his program in business. One is this: it takes people longer than they realize to get a transformation. I offer a year-long mastermind, partly inspired by his program, seeing this. To actually change habits, to actually have breakthrough, you need more than 8 to 12 weeks. You do. Now, you can get done for you work done. You could have a higher level boot camp. And that's what he did. I think they'd take them away for 1 to 3 months, boot camp them, then send them back home. But they would redo their home where it would actually be like, they would take all their equipment out of their living room, and it's life transformation, friends. And put that in the comments. When people want change, they have to be willing to transform. And that means being uncomfortable. Rather than the couch, there's a bike there. You want to watch TV? Great, you're biking. Like, look, if you're somebody that's a few hundred pounds overweight, your life is at stake and you need to do something radical. If you are in debt and you're living month to month, you need to do something radical. And this is what I believe in. Okay, well, nobody's perfect. We're all going to make mistakes, but you have to create radical transformation. So you as a coach, you as a consultant, you as a course creator and a guide in the area of your expertise, you need to figure out, what does it really take to get people from here to where they really need to be. And that usually means uncomfortable. It means people who are committed. They're committed to their time and they're committed to their income and investing in it. So I'm not here to sell low ticket offers. The lowest ticket offer thing I have digital downloads for $30 and I have a course for $300. But that's no one-on-one time, nor is it group coaching time. You can buy that from me. You can be on this call with me. But if you want to call an actual call with me and me auditing your stuff, you're going to pay, because I have a lifetime of experience to help you. Okay. So let's keep going. Let me share my screen of what this looks like. Okay. You guys can see my screen. Okay. So there's done for you work. So even if you're a coach, you can give your client plan, recipes. You can give them journal, workbook, goodie boxes. And obviously, if you are service-based, you can make your done for you work easy for them. If you can get it done for the client, don't ask them to do it. Do it for them and charge for that. And I want to talk about what that means to me, at least. So being in a digital world and working with people who I need them in Google Drive, or I need to get them on a document, I've learned a lot of patience, understanding that people hire me for my skill set. I am not here to make them feel bad that they don't understand funnels or they don't understand how to even upload a document to Google Drive. I've heard it all before. So instead, what I do is I charge premium prices. And if they say they don't know how to upload it to Google Drive, guess what I do? I'm like, do you know how to attach it to an email? Yes, no problem. Email it to me. I'll organize it for you. What about my pictures? Email it to me. I'll put it in your Canva for you. You guys see what I'm doing? That's not enabling people. That is a VIP concierge luxury service. And that's what I do. And the truth is, those things I was kind of doing before, I'd say, please do this, please do this. And I would be frustrated because I wasn't charging enough to take care of it for them. But then when I saw the need, that everybody really needs that extra hand in the tech world for me, or they want that, like, then I'm like, then I'll give it to them. Have you guys ever stayed at a Ritz-Carlton? Have you been to a super high, nice Hyatt or a really fancy hotel? The valet is nice. I was just in a resort in Kauai a couple weeks ago. Everybody is kind everywhere. The management was fantastic. They are treating you like a VIP, a very important person. The truth is, you should treat everyone like a very important person. But when a client who is paying for you comes to you, give them the concierge service, and that's what you can charge for. So when I'm about to share with you my price points of 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, people they don't even question it. They ask me how much they want to save for it, get a loan for it, make some extra cash, pay for it. That's what they do to work with me. Why? Because you can see right here, right now, I'm giving you the goods for free. I am treating you like a VIP client. I'm sharing my screen. I'm about to share more with you right now. Why? Again, back to the beginning. One of you out there or two of you out there right now watching this or more is looking at my screen and like, I need her help. I need her to take a look at my sales PDF. I don't know how to caption this. I don't know how to get the title for it, and I need her help. Great. And then other of you cannot right now or haven't figured out how. I don't like to say can't. I don't believe in can't. You could figure it out. You could sell something. You could I've had people refinance their homes and take the percentage off the top to work with me. I'm not joking. Why? Because look this is life and death for some of us. That's not dramatic. If you don't have enough money to pay your bills or you're just getting by and you want to figure out how to really go to the next level, you find somebody who's going to help you. And the same for bodies. That is life or death. Like Chris Powell, he's like, obviously they won something to get to work with him. I've tried reaching out to him and his team. It would cost thousands of dollars just to have him speak at an event I'd host, like probably like $12,000 just to speak at an event because his value is so high, his transformation, his impact. So imagine working with somebody like that for a year. Where would your body be? What would you learn? And in fact, most of us know eat less, move more, track your food, get outside. But we all have trauma. We all have drama and we all have stories. So what you want to do in any area of your life is reach through and grab somebody you connect with who can truly show up for you, like Joby. Like Joby, who will run my blood work, will do a cleanse, will hook me up with an accountability buddy, will ask me how I'm doing, will ask me how much I weigh, will look at my food journal. This is what I'm talking about, and that's the support. So the third part, again, honing in on this is the support. And I'm just really passionate about this because this is how you get it done. What can you give them? If you're doing a course instead of one-on-one calls, can you do weekly group calls? I will tell you right now, weekly is the key. Let me tell you about that in a minute. Can you give them tech support, Voxer support? How can you give them momentum? Can you put them into your group coaching program? And I'm going to walk you through my program, how I do this for my clients. Put in the comments if you have any questions. I'm going to take questions right after this. So let's talk about this. Number one is the title of your program and the objective of your program. It matters what you're saying. Number two is, can you add done for you work to this? Can you do something special? Can you go the extra mile? Because we're going to talk about high ticket pricing. I'm not talking about a $97 offer. I'm talking about $2,500, $5,000, $10,000, or $1,000 minimum for these offers, even group coaching. Okay. And the third thing, what kind of support can you offer? Can you text them, Voxer, WhatsApp? Have boundaries, friends. The thing is, I'm not talking about no boundaries. I literally put in the contracts Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 within 24 hours. Okay. You're going to hear from me unless there's some issue. That's what we're doing. Ping me if you don't hear from me. I don't want you losing momentum throughout the week. We're going to talk weekly. Let's talk about weekly real quick. Why are weekly calls so important? If you have a course and you want to do group, do a weekly Zoom call. You show up for that Zoom call. I'm not talking about outsourcing. They bought you. You show up. If you want other calls, give it to somebody else. This is like, if you don't want to meet weekly with people, go get a full-time job and show up for other people who don't pay you enough money 9 to 5 then. Okay. But if you want to show up for yourself and you want to build a business like that, I'm talking 1 hour out of your week, show up weekly, keep people momentum. Let me give you tons of examples about why weekly is so important. On the first day of the week, they gather to break bread. There's biblical reasons. There's a thing about reminders weekly. There's 7 days to the week. One of those weeks, you got to keep people momentum. 2, think about music lessons. I started my career in music, and my first teacher, my coach, whatever term you want to call it, coaches, consultants, teachers, mentors, whatever it is, strategists, you're showing up as you. Call me what you want to call me. I'm going to show up and help you. Okay. Every week I had a flute lesson. When I took guitar lessons, it was weekly. You're committing. When I took voice, when I went to college, it was a weekly private lesson I had to do in order to stay on track. Why? Because something happens to us friends if you don't show up. And this is where people get off. They're like, can I move my session this week? I'm behind. I'm kind of like, no, show up. Let's keep moving forward. If there's an emergency, of course. But other than that, no, show up. Even if you didn't do any work, what happens is when you get back there, you can reboot. It's why Weight Watchers people weigh in weekly. Like everybody with me, write weekly in the comments. This is essential to the support that people truly need. So let's break it down now. I'm going to share with you my offer, what it looks like. So this is what it would look like over here if like we were going to build a bullet point list. And this is what I do for my clients. We figure out what is the name of it and what is the objective, right? So back to point one up here. Name the result they're looking for, explains their pain points and how you're overcoming it. Okay, well, if somebody's not making enough money, get a strategy bird's eye view with custom marketing, monetization, sales strategies, and funnel done for you work to create 6 to 7 figure profits and systems for success and freedom. I'm telling them what they're getting. Now we're going to talk about the support and done for you work they're going to get. They're going to get business targets, a daily marketing plan, and adjustments. They're going to get the VIP calls. They're going to get a recording of the calls. They're going to get WhatsApp support. They're going to get tech know-how and branding. They're also going to get my group coaching program, the 6-Figure Club. They're going to get 24/7 access to that members area so that if they're traveling and they're somewhere. Now that's $10,000 a month with a 3-month commitment or $25,000 pay in full. Why is it that much? Because if they actually apply that and do that, they can make way more than that in a year. Okay. Then I've got my group coaching program, which is $2,000 a month or 12 payments or $20K pay in full for the entire year. And this is included in this program. Okay. But when we're talking about the entire program, making it look beautiful, making it look branded, this is what it looks like, right? You talk straight to your clients. You let them know what they're getting. Are they getting branding, coaching, and systems and what that looks like? Then you break it down, right? I'm breaking it down into what they're getting. And they get pictures, they get understanding, they get the coaching, the support, and they're getting pictures of their systems that are set up for them. I'm also going to include other bonuses into the 6-Figure Club. They're going to see, are they your success story, behind the scenes on the training videos. Like I give screenshots of everything because I want somebody to know what they're buying. They have case studies. They can go to my website. This is not a guessing game over here. And why I do that is I'm very forthcoming is when you're selling high ticket, you need to let them know what they're getting. I was on a call with a friend of mine and he was interested in buying a real estate training. I heard the guy because he put him on speakerphone, this real estate like training program. And he said he had 2 packages for him, $10,000 or $25,000. And he said, well, what's included in either? He's like, well, we don't share with you what's included until you buy it. Red flag, red flag, red flag, clearly, right? But again, same thing with that lady on the call, $350. Well, you'll get this, you'll come, you'll sign up, you have to pay ahead of time. I'm like, well, can you give me a breakdown what it is? No. So what I'm sharing with all of you is go above and beyond. Let people know what they're getting to work with you. And you will close so many clients because you've put in all this work. So here is my call to arms for you, my action steps for you. Number one, I really encourage you over here is to, let me go here and share this screen with you, is to come here and you want to go through and do these 3 pieces. The name, the objective of your program, what done for you work does it include? What services, what support does it include? I've given you examples of my different programs. There's the sales PDF over here, right? All this, right? This is what you could do. Now, obviously, I know that that's a lot of work. I worked for hours and hours and hours on my beautiful sales PDF and a professional designer, and I put these things together. So if you're interested in having my help of putting all this together for you, we can do that. I've got a couple programs right now, and I have 2 spots for an end of July pricing before my big August launch of some of my new programs coming. So if you're interested in that, send me a message right now. But I hope hope you go and you take action either way because it's on you. You can do this. I have given you the knowledge today. You want to start to break that down. You want to price that out based on the value that you can give them. You want to look at the industry pricing, and you also want to look at the kind of support you can give them. Remember, if you're giving a VIP concierge texting, calling service, you can charge more than somebody who's giving just Voxer support, not getting on a phone call. So you deciding if you want to make bigger ticket money, you need to give more support, more done for you work, but you can systemize these pieces over time. So we're going to talk more about that. So today, that is the training, 3 secrets to an irresistible offer. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Let me know where you came in from. You can learn more about me at tianasmithcoaching.com and my 6-figure club. You can send me a message on any of these social media channels, and I would be happy to chat with you. I do offer a free consultation to people who are interested in moving forward, seeing if we might be a good fit. That is free. There is no pressure. Just send me a message and we will arrange all the details for that. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you on part 2, where we're going to talk about social media. How do you hold yourself now? How do you talk about this offer on social media to attract people to your inbox? And on day 3, we're going to talk about the sale and the close so that this is all wrapped up into a beautiful bow full of passion and light. Okay, well, thanks so much, you guys. Have a beautiful day. I will talk to you soon.